los hombres en la faz de la tierra. Por amor.
Welcome, mi gente, to El Latino Ruido. This is your girl, Evie.
I'm your boy, Johnny Boricua Prince Donez.
How are you guys? How you doing, Johnny?
I'm good. Welcome to our Latin Noise.
Latin noise in the house. You know how it is. Sending
Yeah.
love and blessings to everybody. So what's going on?
Nothing,
What's happening?
man. Nothing. Just being with my grandson on the weekends, taking him to his T-ball practice.
Oh, that's nice.
Hopefully he signs with the Mets one day. But then again, we don't really care as long as they pay money. So.
Oh.
No,
But I would love for him to be the
Yankees,
Mets.
Yankees,
Nobody's
Yankees.
perfect. If he becomes a Yankee, nobody's perfect. Have you been to Yankee Stadium?
I've been to the Yankee Stadium.
Mira, it's like I don't want to. When they were first building it, I working on the tracks, so being I was so close to the tracks that we had to set up the tracks so the trains go slow and everything. So one time the project manager invited us to it, where there was still dirt. There was nothing, just the shell of the stadium. And I stood on the mound, and I looked around. It's like, my God, this is like a cathedral. We don't want to make noise in here. it's like there's nothing to do.
It's an amazing experience.
I mean, it's a huge
you know,
stadium.
It's
a
huge.
nice stadium. They got that Monument Park and all that stuff and everything. But when you go to Citi Field, it's like going to a theme park because they had so many different things, like the Pepsi porch.
Oh my God, really?
Under the bleachers, they had like a little field where the kids play wiffle ball.
Oh my goodness.
They had a pitching. But you could throw and check your arm strength on the pitch and everything.
Oh, that's
they had like little teams.
You know, honestly, Johnny, I'm a Yankee fan, so I don't go to Citi Field.
You should.
You know,
honestly. if you can get
High
tickets,
Citi Field.
No, if you can get tickets.
I'm a Yankee girl right
for,
here, so you know, I just can't do that to my
Yankee
team.
Game. I'll go every once in a while.
know.
I'll go every once in a while with my son-in-law. I'll go. But
You got free tickets, that's why.
oh, I won't pay. I ain't gonna pay. You gotta give them to me for free.
You see?
It's just too expensive at Yankee Stadium. But haven't you noticed? Depending on what team they play, is how much it's gonna cost.
You know what? That's a good. I never noticed that.
What?
I never noticed that because you know my mentality is I get there and I'm just so excited to be there to support my team that I really don't pay attention to that.
I remember
you
getting
know?
box seats
at
the old Chase Stadium for $25. Now, if let's say the Mets are playing Atlanta, Atlanta's a hot team, and that's like the Mets nemesis. You're gonna pay like $95 to $100, or maybe
my
more.
goodness.
You know, it depends on what team is gonna show
Listen.
up. They took a lead from like basketball.
This girl right here, your girl right here, I don't got money like that. So, you
Me
know,
either.
I be up there, you know, making noise all the way to the bleachers up there.
Oh no, my God, that up there. No, but they still give you the oxygen mask.
I know if it rains, oh my God, I'll be with my umbrella.
Oh my God,
If
one
anything,
time-
you
no.
know.
I was
But if
out
you,
there.
anyone out there, the Yankee, you know, organization, they want a sponsorship, you know.
Que was so cool to the Latino Ruido.
We'll be there, you know.
They have no, but Los Mets, Spanish speakers.
Ay, Dios mío. Bueno,
No, they
I
have-
don't
you
know.
there
I
was
don't
a
know.
website. They have Mets.com and they have LosMets.com.
Oh my
I kid
God.
you not. They started this, I think, when Francisco Lindor came onto the team, or just before that.
Oh, I don't
I'm
know.
looking. I said,
Lindor the chocolates?
stupid.
Is that Lindor the
Lindor
chocolates?
Francisco Lindor, one of the hottest shortstops there is.
You see, I'm not
But,
a Mets fan. Sorry.
But no, you should, for the experience. Like, even if you can get tickets for the Mets Yankee series, whatever, it's a lot of fun. And the good thing about Citi Field, you could like walk around, and if you're able to stand there and not be impeding anybody's movement,
Right.
you could just stand there.
Oh, look at
If you have
that.
one of- if you have one of those
Man,
folding chairs,
Latinos
you
are
can sit.
doing it. They are doing it.
No,
You know what I
because,
mean?
Citi Field
But,
is built that way. It
Yeah,
was
look
built
at
in
that.
and every seat at Citi Field is angled towards the infield.
Oh, wow.
It's not
Look
like
at
in the
that.
old stadiums where you sit like this and you're in the outfield, you got
Oh, wow.
turn your head. You have to turn your head, but you at an angle. So you
Listen, as long as I get to sit down and watch a good game, that's all that matters. I don't need to be, you know, all fancy like
beer
that.
and popcorn.
You know what I
and all
mean?
that stuff.
Well, I don't drink beer, but you know, I eat my
Oh,
little
your
hot
liquor.
dog and my little popcorn. That's
And your
good.
li-
That's
and-
good.
And your little.
So, you know what I mean?
And your little nips.
No, not in a game. Are you crazy?
not?
No.
Listen, I saw
Are
you
you
coming out of Yankee
crazy?
Stadium one time. They have to help you.
No, he lying, you know. But listen,
I'm kidding.
I'm so happy for the Latinos, you know, doing their thing in sports, you know. But recently, lately, I mean, we've been doing some, you know, they're coming out with some new shows.
We're making noise.
We're making noise. Ricky Martin is in a new
Yeah, you were telling me that earlier. I didn't know that.
You know, in Apple TV, it's called Palm Royale. So
What is
he plays a bartender in one of these fancy clubs, and he meets a fellow another lady that wants, you know, to get attention. She wants to climb the ladder, you know, wants to, you know, mingle with the high society. So it talks about what they do, the connections and stuff like that. So it's gonna be, it sounds an amazing series, to be honest with you. You know, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'm happy to see Ricky Martin back in the TV on the screen. Like he's, you know he's
also,
not living the vida loca no more. Okay.
Well, he's a dad now. He's got
He's
kids.
a dad now,
Kids,
you know. He got his things going.
Yeah,
so.
he's a tall dude.
Oh, he is?
He
oh,
is
wow.
tall.
I saw him in you know, in
Because
concert.
I remember.
But your girl here, since she don't got money like that, I was up in the bleachers. So I only
With
saw
the-
the little stuff.
with the binoculars?
With the bananas, like, yeah, viva la vida.
Was it mind-boggling?
It was mind-boggling. It was mind-boggling.
Also, también, Jenna Ortega.
Mm-hmm.
She's Beetlejuice Part 2. It's coming out in September. I didn't know this. I was looking at my YouTube. Don't say it 3 times.
Beetlejuice.
No, shh.
Well, look, and then he got the shirt too. Johnny, you got like a Beetlejuice shirt
No.
right now.
That's the Freddy Krueger shirt, but different colors.
Oh my God.
Ten cuidado.
Well, isn't it? I know. Then I get a bacteria. Pero anyway.
But also, she's playing the role that Winona Ryder played in the original one.
Oh, nice.
And from what I understand, I'm not 100% sure because I just saw it in passing the other day. The mother, the stepmother,
Right.
she's going to be in the show also también.
Oh, that's
on the
nice.
movie.
I'm looking forward to check that out.
Yeah, it comes out on September 6th.
They should
I think in theaters.
they should have like a version of Beetlejuice, but like Latino Beetlejuice. Like,
No,
you
I
know,
mean, you know
yeah.
something?
Like the power of the chancleta. You know what I
Speaking-
mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like
La Chancla.
La Chancla, the
But
series.
You know something?
Netflix. Get in contact with the Latino Ruido.
I don't.
I got you.
In just my opinion, I don't like being like let's say Beetlejuice.
Right.
We do a Spanish version of Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is like people say, oh look, they're copying whatever. I like to we make our own something original. ¿Tú me entiendes? Like you
it's
said,
true.
La Chancla.
La Chancla.
You know?
The
chancla
series.
that's possessed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You look at the chancla
exactly.
like, and it goes chasing you
Oh
down
my
the
God!
block.
Because let me tell you that if you know how to do with the chancla, you got skills.
Yeah, you ain't
You
lying.
got skills.
You ain't lying.
You got skills. But there's an animated series too in Netflix, which is called the Casa Grande movie, which is an animated fantasy, and it talks about a family taking a family trip back to Mexico. You know, you go and visit your family back to your origin country.
But I'm not from Mexico.
And you know. No, pero we could relate because you know how you know when the summer the school was over, they're like, oh, te voy a mandar para Puerto Rico, tú vas para Santo Domingo, you're going back, so you could spend it with the family over there and stuff like. Remember when they used to send you?
No, but we know the truth behind sending you to Puerto Rico because you were a badass during the school year.
You did
and
bad.
they sent you to Puerto Rico to get your ass whooped because the laws were a little more relaxed back then.
So this is it's an animated series, which it sounds very interesting, but it's a family trip, that it turns into wild things and happening, and all that good stuff. And it involves, teens and which you just mentioned about te mandan para allá.
What?
Ay,
Oh, I remember
que
one.
metiste la pata.
I tell my friends,
Anda.
my Dominican friends when they come back from school, they go, where were you for the summer? He goes, oh, in Santo Domingo. I go, what for?
I know.
Because I was bad. He goes, you were bad? They gave me vacation? No, I was bad because my grandmother kicked my ass when I got there. Right off the plane, bro. Bah!
And then the
Una
same
pela.
thing, like if you were in your origin country, they will send you, if you have families in the state, they will send you to the state.
Right.
Like for me, when I was living in Puerto Rico,
They will send you here.
they would send me here to spend the summer over here. So, I would be like, got introduced to White Castle. Hey, Bruckner Boulevard over there, Bruckner Highway. And did all that good stuff. So, I'm looking forward to all these new shows, So I'm really, really, really looking forward to that, But anyway, so what's going on?
Nothing. I'm waiting to see if this bomb is gonna blow up.
Oh, what was that? What was that?
You know where the biggest White Castle is in the world?
Where?
Orlando.
Get out of here.
They opened it up during the pandemic.
Charles,
Huge.
we need to go on a field trip
Oh,
to Orlando to go to the biggest White Castle place over
world.
there. And in the world, too.
And you know where the biggest McDonald's in the world is?
Where?
Orlando.
Look at that. We got a
Field trip.
El
Latino Ruido is going on tour.
We're going to,
We
on
gotta
location.
go on tour.
She's going to go to,
location.
which one do you like better, McDonald's or White Castle?
I like White Castle.
Damn.
I mean, I like
McDonald's.
But it's just that if you see, when you got
No, you know
kids,
what's funny?
when you have kids, I want to go to McDonald's. I want chicken nuggets. So after a while, it gets to you. So White Castle is special. It's special.
In that White
Johnny.
Castle, they all
White
separate.
Castle is special.
They have you get the burgers. It's on one side. You got the chicken burgers on the other side.
I
they
like
make it
the chicken
special. They
burgers.
don't make it all in the same thing. That's what I really went for. I mean, of course.
I
when
like
you
the
first started, you
onion
get
rings and the French fries.
I don't like
and
the
the
French
burgers.
fries too much. They always
and I
soggy.
like everything. And the fish sandwich was good.
I never had the fish sandwich.
Fish sandwich is good.
I never had
like
the fish sandwich from them.
It was good.
I like the BK fish.
Oh,
Burger
I
King
haven't
fish?
tasted that.
They're bigger than the McDonald's one.
Diablo.
The McDonald's one looks like a little White Castle one.
Oh my God.
The one
Ay, Dios mío.
in Burger King is the big one. You should have had one when you were eating up all those Whopper Juniors.
I know, but I was just so proud. I just couldn't help it because we talked about it in the show, and I was like, I gotta represent. I have to represent.
It's been a long time that I even have any fast food from like McDonald's.
Really?
I can't remember the last time. Probably had to be at least 7, 8, 9, 10 months ago.
You know what? I personally like my, it's not like before that I would sit down and have a big meal, but I will now it's like picking on fries or chicken nuggets and just like keep it walking,
You know what that means,
keep
right?
it moving. What?
We old.
I know.
Estamos viejos.
I can't be like jaltándome así, pero
No,
mira,
because
me
then you
encanta.
can't breathe. You be like,
But you know what?
on the sofa.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm really, really looking for? Like I like my comida. Like I be like thinking about totones, mofongo, carne frita. Prefer that than the fast food now.
Oh, of course.
It's like my
nothing beats a
mentality. I
home-cooked
guess
meal.
that when you get older, your mentality changes.
Yeah. It
Ay,
does.
Dios mío.
It does. You know what? It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And you're still young, so you're like real old, but in a young body.
Yo
Te jodiste.
No,
You're in
ya.
trouble.
I'll be like
You're in
this.
trouble.
I know, but anyway.
Anyway,
but
guys, we're gonna take a little commercial break.
yay!
So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Audio Jungle.
Welcome back from this little break that we took. So, what were we talking about?
No. Well, you know what? The other day, somebody asked me,
Asked you?
No, I didn't ask anybody.
They asked it at you.
They ask
Make
me.
up your mind.
I don't know. I'm like, but anyway.
Para eso bebe, títere.
No, the axe, Ave María que bebe. Mira. But listen, no, I was having a conversation and somebody asked me, oh, did you see the news, the channel news, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. I'm like, but wait a minute, don't you know what's going on in the news? And I'm like, I just, look at it online. I Google it or whatever is going on. And then it dawned on me, you know what? A lot of Latinos are not, because of their busy schedule and going to school and the kids, a lot of people are not staying at home per se to watch the news anymore.
No, it's hard because people's schedule is changing and the news is always at the same time.
I know. So, I'm thinking like, is it because, the demographics, once we migrate to this country, the demographics changes. And I know at the beginning, you search out, the Latino, the TV stations and stuff. But little by little, as more that we adapt ourselves into this country, we start changing. We start tweaking the way we get information,
Americanized.
Yes, there it is.
Now, but all these news channels have live streaming apps.
Yeah.
So now you can get your news live 24 hours a day.
Exactly.
Like Channel 7, Channel 5.
Exactly.
They all live streaming. Same thing with Univision and what's the other one? Telemundo.
Right.
El Noticiero.
Exactly.
And then the good thing about social media, you can tune into the Spanish channels live from Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic or anywhere else, basically.
And basically the whole change.
A live stream. Yeah.
Exactly. No, and then all this is changing, and this is not only us as American Latinos in the United States, but also like the big networks.
Yeah.
Are changing.
They have to adapt. They have to because they're gonna fall.
Yeah, definitely. So it's dawned on me, and I'm like, how crazy it is how we are changing the more that we adapt.
It's technology.
Yeah,
Wait until AI takes a foothold.
Oh my goodness,
we're gonna be in trouble.
Know. Oh my God, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about AI, but to me, the way it's going, it's gonna take away a lot of originality of people because now you could tell AI, listen, give me a 5-page essay on Don Pepe. And it's going to write it out for you.
Mira para allá.
And it's going to be original, but original from AI, not from you doing the work.
Right.
So in other words, technology is dumbing us down.
Oh my God.
That's the way I feel about it.
Johnny, so I could say, Charles, can we get AI here to replace Johnny in the show? AI, You could say the same thing.
Guys, how did you know that was coming?
You could say the same thing as like,
how did we know that was coming?
Charles, use the AI, just, put somebody else,
No, I'm going to rise above it. I'm not going to sink to that level. I'm going to be a strict professional.
Listen, Charles has to keep up. Charles has to keep up with what's going on in the tech world.
Somebody has to be the adult here.
Okay? Viste. But do you think?
No me falta respeto.
No, mira, no.
I'm older than you.
Yes,
you
are older. Yes, you are.
Give me a belt.
I remember that. Cuando te daban con la correa.
Listen. No. The funniest one is when your parents tell you, vete, búscame la correa. Go get me the belt.
Mira para allá.
Did you ever go get it?
No.
Nope. I said, Ma, listen,
Never.
I love you. I respect you. Never. I am not going to get the device of my demise.
Mira, I will start
If you want to hit me, Ma, I'll take the extra 10 hits, but you're going to go get the weapon.
Mira,
not me.
Mabembe está going.
I love you, Ma. I will never disrespect you.
That will be me. The Bembe movement.
Mira, but you got to go get it.
Yeah. Oh
you gotta go get it.
Yeah.
Go outside and get me that switch. You go, for what? Like I beat you with it. Yeah, okay.
Oh my God, una varita. La varita from the back in the yard.
Oh no.
Y afuera la varita.
In the projects.
Eso quema.
In the projects, burn. You have 2 ways into the kitchen. One end and the other end.
Right.
So my mother would chase us. Chase us.
God.
And we knew we were going to get the bigger beat down, but we had to make Ma earn that beat down.
Listen.
So now, what she did once, she moved the chinero and blocked one of the ways, and I didn't know it.
Oh
she moved it like this. And I went, ah!
But it doesn't matter because if she was in the kitchen and you went in the living room, she would take that can of beans or de salsa and she would throw it at you. O the saco de arroz, te jodiste.
My mother would not do any of that.
No.
You know why? You know why? No. My mother was methodical. My mother will wait until you're vulnerable. You're sitting in front of the TV in your calzoncillo with no T-shirt on, and she'll come up right behind you. She'll be in the room. She'll go to the room for like 20 minutes. And she'll come out, and you'll feel that thing on your back, and you wonder why you're getting beat up, and you're like, oh.
And then it goes in slow motion.
What?
You will go slow motion and fall on the floor.
The worst one. She'd be on the phone with my grandmother. It's like this. And we're messing around with her. She looks at it and goes like this. And then just turns around. She finished her phone call 2 hours later. And we're like real cool and calm watching TV. Yeah. Pow. Oh, my
Mira,
God.
cuando te dice, cuando lleguemos a la casa, vamos a hablar.
No, not even
That's
that.
when you knew it was over. It
When
was over.
My mother
Deja
never.
que lleguemos a la casa.
I remember one time.
Or not like this. I'd be like, ¿tú te crees que tú sabes? ¿Tú te crees que tú te mandas? ¿Tú te crees?
The worst one
It's
was
done.
when you told your mother you had a
It's
girlfriend
so
or a boyfriend.
hard to say
My mother would
goodbye.
say no. My mother would say, mira y si sabe limpiar el fondillo y tú estás pensando en mujeres.
Uh-huh.
I'll
That's
bring her to your room
embarrassing.
and show you how dirty you are.
That's embarrassing.
Bro, I remember one time we lived in the projects in Manhattan. We were a block over from Central Park
Yeah.
on 100th Street on the west side. So I take my brothers to the park. I was able to cross the street, but I wasn't supposed to go with my brothers.
Right.
So we took them. It was like we saw my mother's friend. Hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. We never thought he was going to go squeal on us.
Ay, Dios mío.
Era las 9 de la noche, and we haven't shown up yet. So we're coming out of the park drenched. Was that back then at the time, around 72nd Street, they had like big tall showers. And you go in there and you get wet, like sprinkles, but then
Right,
tall
right,
showers.
right.
So we got all wet and everything, and my mother sees us. Ay, Dios mío, let me see her. Ay,
Yeah, that's when she's getting
goes,
ready
"Come
for
on,
that
let's go home."
chancleta.
No, listen. Listen to the rest of the story. We get home, he goes, vete bañense. Okay, so me and my two other brothers, Manny and Nelson, the young one, the twins, we're in the bathtub, we're taking a shower, and my mother always brings our underwear and T-shirts into the bathroom while we're taking the bath, and then we get dressed. So we finished. There's no towels, there's no underwear, there's no T-shirt, nothing. I said, okay, she probably left it in the room. We go to the room, the mattress had no cover, there were no underwear, nothing on the bed. We go in the room and look around, and then behind the door, the door shuts. I'm only behind the door. And you know, back then, they had the pants came with a little thin, clear plastic belt
Okay. Yes,
as
yes.
an accessory.
Uh-huh.
Every hit, she would
Burn.
hit me across like this, it would dry.
Burn.
No, it would dry me. Because we came out of the room wet, out of the bathroom wet. It would dry, splash. Oh my God, we got
Because
beat.
you're wicked.
you
That's
know
why
what?
it will
And-
burn because you were wicked.
No, it will burn because you're getting hit with a hot piece of plastic and you're wet from the
my
thing. And she hit him twice. Boop, 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 boop. With me, se le quitó like 6 months
But
of
you know-
frustration. Se le quitó.
Mira para allá. But you see how, like, the customs, you know, like, because nowadays everything has changed.
Listen,
So
all our parents would be in
everything is
jail
just-
right now.
Exactly.
raising
They will be
ourselves.
in. Oh, definitely. You know what I mean? But it's just how I don't want to say funny, but it's just so crazy how the world has changed.
That was the
And it's just that, you know, the way that we were growing up compared to now.
well, if you notice, not saying that we should be beating our kids or whatever, but when they made those laws where we couldn't put a finger on our children anymore or whatever for discipline, you know, of course, people are going to go overboard and stuff and end up crossing the line between abuse and discipline.
Right.
But once you got rid of all those laws and everything, bro, things started running amok.
You think that we're losing our culture and by just changing the way we were?
I think every
you know what
culture
I
is
mean?
going through it. I
Right.
think every culture is going through it. Our culture, it's funny because we have so many Latinos from different Latino countries, and a lot of their cultures are a lot different than the next Latino country. Like you could be this country here Latino, and the next country right over the border, they can have a different culture, a different way of doing things.
You
So
know.
it's like it's so many different things. But
just-
as far as being Latino
It's
and
so
just
crazy. It's so
traditional
crazy.
cultures, yeah, we're losing it because a
Yeah.
lot of stuff is getting Americanized here, and if you don't adhere to the way it's done here in the United States,
Right.
and people say, "Oh, you got to speak English. That's how we speak in the United States." And you know something? There is no official language.
But you know, by them saying that and trying to impose that into our lives now, you know, we're losing our culture in some way. Do you think that?
Of course, but we're
Because I feel sometimes it's like
we're
we
also
have
to
to
blame
tweak.
for it also, because we a lot of us didn't teach our children to speak Spanish, and the mannerisms and the ways of our cultura.
Yeah, we're
And-
losing our
See, but
language
the
as
thing
it
is-
is. We're losing our language
Like
as it
you see in
is.
the news every once in a while where people get upset and then they'll throw them out of a store because they're only speaking Spanish or they get and they're arguing. But the United States has no official language. There is no official language.
Because
English
the
is not the
United States
official-
belongs to the Native
No,
Americans.
but not even that. Not even that. There's just no official language in the United States. It has no official language. And we did a show of that, I think it was a little over a year ago. Javier was still with us. And we did that, and he goes, there is no official, English is not the official language of the United States. There is none, because there's so many different cultures. And that's what makes the United States so much different than other cultures, because in the UK, what's the predominant population? British. Same thing in Spain. Same thing in everything. In the United States, the dominant culture is there is none, because one, there are not enough Native Americans to be the dominant. So that takes it out of the equation.
At the end of the day, it's how you want to live your life. If you want to live your life a certain way, you want to follow your culture and follow, your traditions, then go right ahead. Tírale esa chancleta. They misbehave. Do what you got to do, period.
No, don't do that, because
yes.
no. Don't do that, because now you're going to open up to, she's not going to post your bail, okay? Because she broke, just like me. We ain't posting
pero espérate, como que I thought that you had it like that. What's up? What happened? Ay, mírate. You didn't play?
Who told you I had it like that?
No, I thought you had it like that.
That happens. See what I mean?
Sí, viste.
Folks, that's what happens when she thinks.
There you go. Don't open the box of Pandora. You see?
There is no box.
He wants to start. He wants to start with the gender roles, with the machismo. You see?
It's not machismo.
You see that?
It's not
You
machismo.
see that?
It's not machismo.
Yeah.
No.
You see? You see that?
Come next week, in your wrestling attire, and we're gonna have a wrestling match.
No.
Then we're gonna see who's dominant.
I know. Not with you, Johnny. I don't want to wrestle.
I'm gonna
with
start you off with a pile driver
No,
and lay
yo
you
no
out.
puedo. No.
For a whole hour, we're gonna show the camera on you. See how long it takes for you to wake up.
No.
But anyway, no. See, you don't have to impose your entire culture. It's just let them not forget it. ¿Me entiendes? Let them not forget it. And the thing is, a lot of big influence is music. Reggaeton, this stuff. That's the new wave and
Do
everything.
you really?
I understand
Really?
that. Yeah.
Johnny, it has nothing to do with the music.
Of course it does.
How can it impose your culture and how your traditions are because of the music?
Because
it makes no
the
sense.
music is new now, and they're not talking about the old culture.
Yeah,
music
but that's
is a big influence. No, a lot
but
of artists
time
have bigger influence.
Time changes,
Because
Johnny.
that's exactly. Reggaeton is changing the times.
Yeah, but not all reggaeton. The same thing happens in all different types of genres in
But we're
music.
not talking about genres.
No,
we're talking about
know.
Latino music.
I
Latino
know, pero
culture.
hay regional mexicana, hay salsa, hay merengue, perico ripiao, hay bachata.
Uh-huh.
So there's different genres in the Spanish.
Right. But you
in
could take
the Spanish
you could
community.
take perico ripiao. Listen to
you
me.
know.
You could take perico ripiao, bachata, merengue, salsa, put them all together, and they're nowhere near the popularity of reggaeton.
Well, you know
That's-
what? Because
that's my point.
The change. I think it's just the changes of time.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Viste,
Because
pero tú no
reggaeton
you
is
cannot blame music of changing our ways.
Of course it is. Because salsa, what was salsa talking about? Nuestra cultura de antes, right? What is reggaeton?
But I think it's
Now let me
more.
finish.
No, pero es que yo tengo que. It's not about music, Johnny, because I think it's more about the parents and what you allow your kids to get away with.
That also, but music. We're gonna do a survey. We're gonna look it up for
Y
next
tú
week's show.
trabajaste para el mercado.
Listen,
Ay, Dios
for
mío.
next week's show. But remember, it was all reggaeton was nowhere near.
Pero teníamos
the popularity
salsa.
Right,
La
but we don't
salsa,
have
if you
it
want to go
anymore.
deep in salsa, imagínate, salsa used to talk about some deep conversations and deep things. So
Exactly.
you cannot blame everything
Back
on music.
then, music has the biggest influence on our younger generation than anything else. Because that's what they relate to.
Because they saw it at home from the parents.
No, I didn't teach my kids reggaeton.
And the vecinos.
Let's move on because I'm gonna beat her up one of these days. Anyway, no, seriously. If we're gonna do a survey on that. We're gonna do a survey on that. The
Definitely.
influences
That is
of music.
great.
All right, guys, we'll be right back after these messages. We gotta pay some bills.
Come, let's play. Radio. Come, let's play. Fun is what we crave.
You're listening to New York City's LDM Radio. Another long stretch of continuous music. Back into time. New York City's LDM Radio.
The best radio station in the world. Is right here, right now.
Welcome back.
Hi, we're back. We're back. We're back. So Johnny.
Yeah. So no.
You know what I was.
Let me finish up with that reggaeton thing.
Okay.
About the influences. Behavior could be good, could be bad, but it's how you take it.
Okay.
People are influenced by lyrics. Mm-hmm. Whatever they hear, that's what they go for. And you try to get people away from that, but you know it's not going to happen because people are already influenced. Mm-hmm. They got, lo agarraron.
Yeah, and that's the way it is. But you know what? Let's talk about life goals. What kind of life goals?
Oh, it's got to sound like
life goals.
I say what? The fluorescent ones, the LCDs, the LED.
No. You see that's what we Latinos, we have an accent. I can't wait to.
She's mind-boggling.
And listen, but let's talk about life goals that we have for our kids as as parents of Latinos here in the United States. What we want for our kids to
I want my kids to be
and
rich.
not to do the same things that we didn't go. We always strive for that.
We always strive for that, and I think in a way that's a failure because you want your kids not to have to go through what you went through, but the only way for them to succeed is for them to taste that side.
Right.
Because you have to fail in order to succeed.
Yeah,
no but
I think
you try and cushion the blow for them because you're a parent. And you care. You don't want them to go through anything negative.
Of course,
period.
Yeah, definitely.
But then we have to think también, because wait a minute, man. This guy's going to go, and then one day he's going to fail, and he's like,
I know, but you know
it's
what?
It's going to mind-bobble him.
Listen, but I think that we are, our perspective, we are changing of what our expectations are
no choice,
for,
really, basically,
for our kids.
We get left
especially
behind
if you have, you will be encouraging your kids to be interested in a career rather than being happily married and be a mom, which there's nothing wrong with that, I think it's a blessing. But now I think we're focusing more on our kids to be more interested in the future, your career, what is it that you want to be, what was going to make you happy, rather than going like what the culture and what is expected of in our community, a Latino. Be a mom, be the great wife. And
you know what the hardest part of that is? Balance. Mm-hmm. To balance it. Because one of the biggest problems, I mean, I say biggest problem, let's say a problem of raising a kid because both parents were working and the kids are home alone a lot.
Well, that's now. Back in the days, it was rather like the father was always going out and making the money, and the mom would stay home and take care of the kids and stuff like that.
That's where the influence came in our upbringing. But now you don't have that.
You don't have that. And then us, as the Generation X, we're encouraging our kids to don't follow the old ways, but do for you. Do what makes you happy.
I do.
Go and get a career. Be more influential, in your community and yourself.
See, that's where we're on the opposite side of the spectrum. I try to put into them, do your career, do your everything, but don't forget family. You have to. You can be career driven,
right?
And fine, but you know what? You're going to end up being miserable because you're not going to have. What is the legacy you're going to leave for any kids you may have in the future, or the influence you can have on your nephew or your niece or your godchild or whatever. I mean, not necessarily you're going to have children or everything. I would love to have more grandkids, but that's ultimately up to my children. Pero we can't, the sense of family is slowly dying.
Right.
Because people are career driven. They want to make all the money. They want to make this. They want to live comfortably for the rest of their life. But when you get to that point and you're living comfortably, who are you going to share it with? There's no one there anymore because you lost sense of family. ¿Me entiende?
Right.
So you have to try and keep that. You have to try. You have to balance it. It's hard.
Johnny, sometimes it's hard, but it comes up to you because if you have developed through the years a type of way of thinking, of judging, of expectations or all these things that you've been through, you make your own little miserable future life. I'm sorry to say.
No, you
but
see,
yeah,
you're answering for me.
because it's up to you to make it better, to be a better person, to be happy.
Right.
But if you're gonna be sitting at home and be mad at everybody and be mad at the world, then you're just stuck in an unhappy situation. No, I'm just saying that it's just
when you were saying career driven, with your goals and everything.
That's what we encourage our kids nowadays.
No, but the thing is, on the other side of the spectrum, you have to let them say, don't lose your sense of family. Because if you make millions of dollars and everything, and now you ignored family, you shied away from that because you were so career driven. Listen to me. You were so career driven that when you get to the end of the road where you're going to live comfortably and you're retired, you look around and you go, where's my family? Now you're rich and lonely.
Yeah, you're rich and lonely, but it all comes down to the parents and what you implement them when you raise them.
But that's
so
my point.
You can still implement them. Do what you love. Choose a career. Be happy. Think about the future, your kids, future kids, whatever. But in the meantime, you cannot lose that family-oriented, connection that you have.
No.
Yes.
That's what I was just saying. People.
Whatever, Johnny.
I was just saying that.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying
that.
because
you can't lose sense of family. You have to balance.
I know, but you're saying that. But you're saying it in a way that they're gonna if they go ahead and focus on careers and doing whatever they have to do, they're gonna lose that sense of. No, you don't. It depends on the parent and how you're being raised.
But you just said it's gonna be on tape. Mm-hmm. You just said you encourage your kids, career go. No,
I didn't say career go. I said career and among other things. I don't make it seem like it's only career.
Right. But
I'm just saying that it's just following what is expected, of in our community. Oh, you're gonna grow up to be a mommy, and you're gonna stay home, and you're gonna support your husband. So now it's like it changes. It's been changing. So now we encourage our daughters, encourage our
one thing
kids.
I expect of my children. Only one thing. Do the best you can.
I'm generalizing, and now because for me, for my son, I always encourage him. Listen, if be creative, be happy, do something that you're gonna love. Don't get stuck for 30, 40 years doing something that it doesn't make you happy. So we gone through that. So we encourage our kids. Listen, you have the freedom of choosing what you want to do or career, whatever you want to do, just do something that makes you happy. In the meantime, you don't lose that. I don't think that you lose that family connection.
Yeah, but if you keep pushing what makes you happy, and not reminding them while you're being happy, don't forget your family.
But nobody's forgetting your family. That's the thing to begin with.
If you don't mention it,
it doesn't make no sense, Johnny.
You're an influence.
Nobody's saying
you're influencing your son.
You're influencing my son to make a decision that's gonna make him happy. Why is he gonna be stuck working in a retail store when he's not happy when his love is sports? So then go follow your dreams, follow your whatever you.
I don't understand what you. I don't understand your whole thought process.
All right, Johnny,
honestly.
go ahead.
No, I don't understand your whole thought process.
Right.
You push
I started the topic thinking about the expectations that are not like before. We expect our children to do something better. You know what I mean?
Now,
go ahead, Johnny.
Can I talk?
Go ahead, talk, because you've been talking all through this and you don't let me talk. Go ahead.
I've been trying to let you talk, but you keep you. The thing is, see, what you're not understanding is what I've been trying to say the whole time.
Right.
You influence your kids. Career. But at the same time, don't forget your family. Don't forget who is riding with you. That's the thing. Don't forget family.
Si tú crías bien, they're not going to forget. If you do your thing right as a parent and you do the best that you can, they're not going to forget, Johnny. They're not going to forget.
How do we lose our culture?
This is what I'm saying. We lose because if you as a parent and it's up to you to continue to encourage your kids and to influence with the culture and to influence with our traditions.
Career
but
goal.
it's up to the parent
Right,
to
career
do
goal,
that.
career goal.
But
Listen to me.
No,
Career goal, but don't forget your culture. Right? No, right? Career goal, but don't forget your culture. That's what you're trying to say?
No, you're
No,
not
you see
listening
what I
to
mean?
me, Johnny. I'm saying,
Guys,
I'm
help me out
saying.
here, please.
No, he don't understand it. My thing is that now we are focusing a lot more than just back in the days, the tradition of being, we're giving more, freedom for them to choose. It's not to follow tradition like before. Get a job, get a family, and no, now we're being more, you could do whatever you want. What makes you happy? You want to paint, then be a painter, and I will support you. And I will do, you know what I mean? That's what I meant. I didn't mean it like forget about family. Nobody's forgetting about family.
But you're not mentioning it. So if you don't mention
Pero yo lo
if you
dije.
don't- no, you
Ay,
didn't.
bendito.
If you don't mention it, they're going to forget it. They're going to forget it if you don't mention it. That's how we're losing our culture. Because we're not keeping it there as...
We're not losing our culture. It's up to the person. It's up to the... Not everybody's losing it. I'm just saying that it depends on you. But go ahead, John. Go ahead.
No, I can't talk.
No, go ahead. I'm not going to say anything.
Because you keep pushing that we're losing our culture. But if you don't...
I didn't push that we lose. You said it. You said it, Johnny. Not me. But
Charles, help me out here, please.
No expectation. Whatever.
I have to
Gender roles.
think what the family does not eat together anymore. Exactly. You know why? Because we're not pushing where the family should sit together to eat every single meal.
Okay, so that's part. My topic was that we are it's not like before that we expect our kids to follow a curriculum, let's say, to follow an agenda. Okay, you're gonna grow up, and you're gonna be a mommy, and you're gonna get married, and then you're gonna stay at home, and you're gonna do. Now it's like as time changes, we are encouraging our kids to listen. You could be a nurse. You could do this. You could do that. That's what I'm saying.
But no one.
But nobody's saying. I didn't say to forget about family. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
no.
in generalizing. That's what my topic was.
If you understand what you're saying, you're not saying not to forget about family, but you're not mentioning family.
Go ahead, Johnny.
You're not mentioning family. That's what you have to understand. The only thing I expect from my kids is to do your best. Don't forget where you came from. Yeah. Period. That's it.
You did a great
That's
job.
it.
You did a
Don't
great
forget
job.
where you came from. That's it. Don't forget the value of family above all. In other words, if let's say your multi-million-dollar career is killing your family, guess what? You're gonna have to rethink things. Not telling you to quit. We're gonna have to rethink things. Because I don't care if my kid works at a bodega for the rest of their life. If you're happy, do it. Be the best stock person in that bodega. But you know what? Be the best. If you want to make a move, boom, I'll help you. But just don't forget where you come from. That's all.
No,
That's
and
all
I never said to forget where I come from because I mentioned Latino here more than you. So I did not mean it that way. You're not listening to what I said.
You're not even listening to what you're saying.
No, because my topic was about the expectations nowadays compared to back in the days. That's all I said. I never said about forgetting family or anything like that.
You never mentioned
but
family.
it's up to each individual how they want to raise their kids, and sometimes
but we're not talking about raising kids. We're talking about
Ay,
what your
bendito,
expectation
Johnny,
of what you're.
Dios mío, él sigue. You switching the whole thing that I came
You're
out.
telling your son, reach for the stars, reach for the stars.
Yeah, what a parent's supposed to do.
It's beautiful.
You have to encourage your kids. You got to encourage,
That's not in question.
So then why can't I just tell that to my son? Look, do something that makes you happy.
What you're not doing.
But there's no way in between that I'm telling him, but don't forget, we're going to forget about family. Family will always be there.
If you don't mention it, they will forget it.
No, they
Guaranteed.
don't have to mention it because you're there supporting them. You're there supporting them. I could understand if they you just, you go to college and then I'm going to do my own life and I'm going to go party and all that stuff. And that's something different than you forgetting.
No.
then you as the parent are the responsible
It can be easily
individual.
forgotten if you're not on top of it. I'm telling you.
You know,
It can be easily forgotten if you're not on top of it.
Well, that's why you're on top of your stuff.
Exactly.
Because
I'll make sure my kids don't forget family. No, because I think. Wow. You know, you have to do the best you can with whatever you got, but don't forget your family. Your family is the most important thing. To me, my family is the most important thing in the world. I don't care about anything.
And that's great. That's great.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Number one in
your life should be family.
Encourage your kids to be the best that they can be. Hi. Now you're laughing. Welcome back, everybody. You know, that was a great discussion we had, you know, and when you mentioned family, I mean, what are the family goals nowadays? Because I came across a good article from Eva Mendes, the actress, who she decided to quit acting to raise her 2 daughters while her partner, who's an actor, Ryan Gosling, decided to just keep working full time and providing. No, they're not. They're not married. No, they're not married. They were. But you know what I mean? And her situation is a lot like a lot of our community, what's happening in our community. So some of us are not married, but, you know, we do live with their partner, you know, with our partners. What do you think about, you know, a mom deciding to, you know what, let me just step back, let me raise my kids, let me, you know, take this time to just focus on them, and I have my career to put in the back burner for a minute. Well, but the father's going to be doing his thing, you know, still providing.
There could be, in my opinion, there could be, well, everything has pros and cons. One, the pro, beautiful. There's a parent at home. The kid needs a parent. I don't care if it's a titi, grandma, and everything is cool, but a mom or the dad at home, that has to take precedence. Right. I've always advocated in that if you can afford it, stay home, but you don't lose focus and don't put your career on the back burner so long that when you try to get back into it, you got left behind. You know what I'm saying? As far as technology, or you're going to have to go to school again and stuff like that. Because I worry about that also. But my biggest thing is family and raising the kid. Because now, if I got a woman and she's making way more money than I am, and she tells me, honey, why don't you stay home with the kid? Where's the apron? you want me to wear a
Mi mujer me gobierna.
Remember
that merengue? Mi mujer me gobierna.
No. You're not running my life. I'll just be a house husband. I'll be the Mr. Mom. But yeah, and like touching, like I said, my kid came up to me and he asked me, what's the difference between the Navy and going to college? I said, okay, well, the difference are, in the Navy, one, you can do your college while you're in the Navy, get your bachelor's in the 4 years, and then now you have experience in the field of training you have. But college, you'll get it also. You could do internship after that and stuff like that and still make good money and stuff like that. But the ultimate goal is what makes you happy. Would you be happy in the Navy? Or if you don't even like the Navy, you could do reserves. If you don't like the reserves, after your 4 years, you break out, but you still get the GI Bill and you pay for your college. You get both sides of the spectrum. You can think about it, and then you make your own educated decision. And I'll back you in any decision you make, plain and simple. Me being a vet, of course, they want their kids to follow suit and everything, but it has to be ultimately your decision. And you give them the pros and cons of everything, and then whatever decision you come up with, we can talk about it if you want, or you just let me know what you're going to do. And like I said, I'll back you 100%.
I want to ask our audience, you know, our people out there, you know, how would you feel if your partner decides to, you know, to make a decision like, listen, I really want to focus on raising our kids during a certain period of time. Can you take over? Can you be the breadwinner? Can you be like the main source of income while I take care of? Because you know, this doesn't mean that that she will stop working. Let's say, and I'm saying she, you know, because I just mentioned Eva Mendes. But what would you are willing to do something like that? You think that it would jeopardize your relationship?
I don't know. It all depends on your mentality.
wait.
It all depends on the mentality. If you got that machoism in you and everything, then
El machismo.
It can go away. It can go astray. But now, the good thing now is a lot of parents can work from home. If you can swing a part-time from home or whatever makes you happy. Now, if I can afford it with no problem, I say, stay home. Not a problem.
So let us know.
I'll bring home the bacon.
What
You
your
can
opinion.
fry it up in the pan, baby.
Yeah, let us know. Let
us know what your opinions are and stuff like that.
And have you been in a situation like that? What you think about that? And because it's always for a short period of time.
The problem is a lot of we all so. Okay, maybe you can't call it a problem or whatever.
And Johnny, espérate, perdona que yo te interrumpí because I want to get
I'm a hitter.
No, because I also, before you elaborate, wouldn't it be the same if a man says they want to stay home and the partner, the woman, will go
Just
out
like I said,
and do
if
the
she
thing?
makes money,
would
I got no
would it
problem.
jeopardize the relationship?
And like I said, it all goes to the if you have no machoism in you, for the man, do it.
Yeah,
Listen, whatever. See, my thing is, whatever makes the family happiest, I am with it. I don't care. That's my thinking. I go with whatever the decision of the family is, because now, if you're with a partner, and you say, okay, we have to come up with decisions together, but if I can't make the decision, I'll leave it up to you, and whatever you say is what's going to be, because I gave up my veto rights. And I'll let you make the decision, because if you can come up with a better solution, then we'll go with it. Same thing as if it's on my end. If you tell me, honey, I really can't decide, you decide. Okay, then it's gonna be this, but we have to be good with it. We have to run with it. And if there's changes later on, then we can tweak it here and there, whatever. But you're giving me the power to do it, so your veto is out the window. Just like if my veto will be out the window if I gave my veto rights to you. So it has to be a balance. It has to be a balance. And you can't have that macho bull crap or the machista or the woman también.
Espérate. Johnny dijo que
You see what I mean?
you have to
Here we
give
go
up
again.
the machismo.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
He's going to give up the... Johnny, you're going to give up the machismo?
Why do you do this?
No, because es que tú eres bien machista.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Never have
But
been.
you know what?
Family is number one.
But
period.
you know what? When you are ready to make those decisions, you have to have a good partnership with your partner.
Of course.
Or in your marriage. It could be what's that called? If you live with somebody for more than 10 years, they like common law. You
Really
have to have. Huh?
That's not even
Yeah, but
recognized in New York. Honestly.
It doesn't matter if it's recognized or not, but I know it's
But
like
if you're with
common
them for a
law.
certain amount of
You
time,
already, esa es tu mujer y ese es tu
You
hombre, esa es tu
got,
esposa,
what's
es
it
tu
called?
esposa. Ya.
It's when
Ya.
I'm already, no,
Ya.
if you're with somebody like, if
You know?
you're working for transit, after 5 years, I'm already vested. So if you put in about 5-10 years with your woman or your man or whatever, you're vested. I don't care
Listen,
what the law
common
says.
law. Y ya.
The only thing is that if you break up, you can't get anything.
Exactly. But then don't get married, because then if something happens to you, they get to claim your benefits.
No, I mean, that's the law.
So si hay problemas, no hagan eso. Qué
No, but that's
bochinche.
the-
Qué bochinche.
No, but the bad thing is also if you're with someone and they're drawing a pension and you didn't include them as your spouse in a pension, when that person dies, the pension goes with them. You don't get anything.
Yeah, and some people, they do that.
That's
Pero
why
mira.
you have to make. But now the smart thing to do is to take out a life insurance policy.
Right.
Say 150, 200,000 or whatever. So God forbid that if you pass away, at least you don't leave her desamparada.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if that income was, let's say, 80% of our entire income,
Right.
and if you pass away, now I got to deal with 20%. So guess what? We're not living in this place anymore.
Mira, at the end of the day, tú sabes, when you're together,
Take care of your
you know,
family.
what about if one of your partners don't want to work anymore? What happens then? You know, what happens then?
Well, it still has to be discussed.
You know?
If that person is adamant about not wanting to work and stay home, guess what? I'm just paying the bills. I'll give you the money to buy the food. I'll pay the bills and everything. But now if you say, yo, honey, I want to go out to the movies or whatever, get a job.
Sale la chancleta. ¿Que tú me qué? ¿Que tú me dijiste qué? No.
No,
Yo
no,
soy la que manda en esta. Dale, ¿viste? Yo soy la que manda en esta casa.
We're going to see how much you manda.
¿Y dónde está la chancleta?
You can take out all the chancletas you got. But remember, I got a steel-toe boot.
Oh
no,
my
but
God.
if it comes like that, and y lo que hace, like we say, lo que hace a la cañona.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take care of the basic bills. Make sure everybody has food in their belly, clothes on their backs, and a roof over their head. Anything other than that,
And the woman can do the same thing, guys.
Of course.
The woman can do the same thing.
Well, now,
they can,
as we've been taught, if a man says, I ain't working no more, staying home, kick them out. Kick his butt out because he's going to be useless.
It always comes down to the way you're raised and stuff like that. And, you always have to be like teach your son, listen, you always let the lady to walk inside, and you're outside when you're walking in the sidewalk. So it's just,
That's just
traditions and stuff
Some
like that.
of the little stuff that you don't want to leave. It's funny, because I take my daughter to work every day. And she would, and if I'm walking, like, when we leave the house, the street side is on the left side and the building side is on the right side. So I'll start walking here, my daughter's nudging and she go, shove me and say, oh, good girl.
Why you got to shove me?
No, not
Beat, ladies and gentlemen.
Now I assaulted her.
You insulted me. I'm so sensitive.
No, I assaulted, not insulted.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Es lo mismo.
No, they're going to let me write out of my own recognizance anyway. No
English
bail.
is the second language.
No bail. I'm not even going to get arrested.
But it's true.
No, but see, I mean, it's a balance, and it's like in culture and stuff like that.
Gender roles, expectations and gender in our community.
Everybody has a station in life. Not to be chauvinistic, or the man has a station in life, has his role, the woman has her role. But now you don't take advantage of each other's role and downgrade each other. Say my role is more important than yours, or yours is more important than mine. No. We all have a role in life. Your role is to be the mom. My role is to be the dad. Your role is to be this. My role is to be that. And then our role together is to do this together.
Right. So the connection, that partnership has to be strong.
You know what the bad thing is also? Outside influences. People will get
in what sense? What are you talking about?
In any sense, like on family value, on the choices you make for this or for that, anything in general. If you listen to the street will consume you.
Right. It all depends on the parents and the source.
Exactly. Because but like I said, if you don't let it get to you, then you're good.
Exactly,
but some people are weak-minded and just are easily influenced. Maybe they don't have the strong structure at home, and the street influences them. It's a whole. You know what it is? If life wasn't hard, we'd all be bored.
Yeah, that's why the gender roles in my community is la bochinchera, because we find out all the bochinches. All the bochinches in the neighborhood, like, ¿qué pasó? La vecina que hizo qué? That's a man. Anymore. I know. And the ladies in the windows.
I miss La Fela and stuff.
Mira, in the windowsill, they be like this, all in the business. Mira qué.
Living in the projects, my apartment was at the corner, so I had to walk by like 2 or 3 apartments to get to the elevator or the stairs. When you walk in by, you see the peepholes. You hear it.
Yeah.
You see him walking by. It was hilarious.
That's a gender role that I love to have. Listen, I would never change.
Because there was security. They knew everything that was going on.
They let you know what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Forget about it. You could be... you go away for 2 weeks and you come back. Fela come to the house a comer 2 o 3 cosas, un café, and you knew everything went on.
Mira, ¿a qué se la está pegando aquella? Para que tú sepas.
I tell you, it's...
She came over and she left at 4 o'clock in the morning. What the hell you doing at 4 o'clock in the morning up? Ay, no, yo fui al baño. Es la píldora que I gotta go.
And she came home at 4 o'clock in the morning, and right after she came home, her mother came home.
Mira.
What kind of influence is that?
Dios mío. ¿Cómo?
They still have those, like in Puerto Rico and stuff like that. But here, like I said, people come here and they get Americanized. Because I know people, like, let's take Puerto Ricans and Dominicans or whatever. People who were born and raised in the Dominican Republic and have no outside influences are a whole lot different than the ones that come here.
The same thing con los mexicanos.
Or any culture.
Their traditions are
when they come here,
beautiful. But
you know something? They're tight knit. They stick together.
Right.
When they come here, because they come here basically with nothing, so they have to stick with each other.
And they're hard workers.
And she's kidding me. Some of the hardest workers I know.
Chacho, I gotta give it to
even
them.
South Americans, Latinos from not this country. Are some of the hardest workers that I know. Migrants, illegal immigrants, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
We need them.
Not
all of them, but we need them because They do the jobs that we refuse to do.
Exactly. Y se dijo aquí en el Latino Ruido.
Listen, you
Latin
tell me.
noise. We're making noise right now because it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
I see these guys
It's the truth.
in
¿Quién
summertime.
quiere, who's going to be washing those toilets?
Not even that.
Y
No,
lavando la plato.
No, not even that. That's nothing. I've seen these guys up on a roof
Mira para allá.
with hoodies in the summer in Florida,
Mira para allá.
putting up roofs and building houses. I ain't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I am not doing it. It's 120 degrees in the sun.
And they do
and
it.
these guys are doing it happily. And I see these guys go on lunch break. They're dancing, having a good old time. And the moment the bell rings, pop, back to work. And these guys don't play.
Eso.
These guys don't play. I'm telling you.
It's so true.
We need
Listen,
them.
that's,
And they
that's
pay taxes.
Us. That's us. That's what makes us unique.
They don't pay income taxes, but when they go to the store,
Pero
they
diablo.
pay sales tax.
Exacto.
You know what I'm saying? So they pay
Exacto.
taxes. I don't
know,
care what
so-
they say. They're paying taxes. You know what I'm saying? They build a tax base.
Pues
Now,
claro que
we don't
sí.
need a lot of them that are here because a lot of them, of course, you know, you get bad apples and stuff. But and those
Listen.
are and I bet you any money they're a small percentage, but the small percentage is the ones that get all the media attention and everything that makes it.
Mira, exacto. So mira, if you want to keep, if you want us to continue, don't forget to like the page. Continue
notification
to
button.
like support. Listen, comment, reach out to us, send us an email. You want to be a guest? Come.
If you don't like
We're
me,
waiting.
tell me you don't like me. I know you
Mira,
don't like Evie.
If you like me, come and let's just pujamos
Oh.
a Johnny por allá.
And don't forget, she has a podcast too.
Yeah, have a bye day. Real talk, real music, and
Yep.
LDM radio. So
Radio.
you gotta tune in.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, good night. Love you. Till next
Love
week.
and blessings. Bye.
Por amor se han creado los hombres en la faz de la tierra.